Tesla's hotly awaited Model Y Juniper refresh isn't the mythical $25,000 entry-level EV people keep talking about, but it might be even more consequential. Although its sticker price is expected to sit only a little above today's Model Y, the overhaul promises to turn the 5-year-old SUV into something that feels brand new, touching everything from exterior lines and cabin ambience to efficiency gains and faster charging. Right now, the aging Model Y can look a touch dated next to sleeker newcomers in Tesla showrooms, and even generous factory discounts haven't fully erased shoppers' sense that the design has stood still since early 2020. Engineers, therefore, began sketching Juniper in earnest last year, but Tesla has been careful not to shout about it too soon. Musk even posted on X that no update would land this year, a classic tactic to avoid the so-called Osborne effect, where buyers freeze in place and inventories pile up while everyone waits for the new toy. Start with the styling. Overall dimensions stay virtually identical, yet the front fascia is far sharper. A subtly resculpted bonnet meets a knife-like bumper whose optimized air inlets feed the underbody and reduce turbulence, and the whole nose arcs upward a shade more to hush wind roar. Headlamps undergo the most dramatic surgery. They stretch further along the fender but become slimmer, their LED signature strips outlining what now look like eagle eyes. Inside each housing, higher output diodes should finally give the Model Y night vision that equals or tops rival crossovers. Tesla's minimalist philosophy remains, so genuine fog lights are apparently traded for tiny bumper cameras and echo of Model 3 Highland. Around back, the hatch inherits cues from that sedan to the lamps migrate entirely onto the liftgate, gaining a wide C-shaped graphic, while a crisp shoulder crease and taller black diffuser visually flatten the SUV's rump. The metal T-badge steps aside for spaced-out Tesla lettering, stretching the stance and reinforcing brand identity. New 19-inch aero wheels help push drag below the current 0.23 CD. Shaving range, robbing resistance, mile after mile. Slip inside, and the makeover is even more obvious. Tesla's last Model 3 refresh exposed how dated the Y's cabin now feels. Ventilated seats, RGB ambient light ribbons, extra speakers, and the rear seat entertainment screen were all missing. Juniper plugs those holes. Laminated glass panels give way to a full acoustic glazing set, blocking roughly 70% of road hush, while revised suspension geometry, bushings, and a re-anchored rear subframe quell the jiggles that early owners grumbled about. Front chairs finally breeze cool air through perforated upholstery, and second-row cushions rise a touch to end the knees and the air complaint. An 8-inch rear display lets passengers tweak climate and stream movies, matching the Model SX tricked-down spec. Up front, the main touchscreen trades chunky bezels for a thinner frame and quicker response time. Rumors of steer-by-wire and a Cybertruck semi-inspired yoke swirl. Yet a wholesale swap to a 48-volt architecture seems too costly right now. More likely, Tesla keeps a round wheel but relocates stock functions, gear selection, wipers, indicators into haptic pads on the spokes. Performance tweaks aim for substance over flash, where Model 3 Highland EQDOT, modest range bumps. The updated Y may leap from today's 320 miles EPA to somewhere in the 350 to 380 mile band, particularly in a long-range rear drive guise. That jump rests on CATL's new M3P, lithium phosphate plus manganese pack lighter cells with higher energy density that still dodge costly nickel and cobalt. Lighter mass and slipperier aerodynamics combine to let the battery feed a leaner drag profile, and supercharging times could be Tesla insiders whisper about a 15-minute 10 to 80% refill and as much as 270 miles of extra range in a 10-minute. Top-up numbers that would make long-distance drives practically coffee stop simple. Acceleration might tighten to sub 3.5 seconds, 0 to 60 for a performance variant, though that claim awaits validation. Intriguingly, Tesla prioritized range for the Model 3 Highland rather than raw sprint numbers. Safety tech also levels up. An active pedestrian HUD pops up by 80 mm when sensors detect an impact between roughly 19 and 32 miles per hour, cushioning a strike much the way high-end European brands do. Beefier door hooks keep the shell aligned in side crashes, and an in-cabin camera now counts yawns and blinks, splashing drowsiness warnings across the central display while an audible chime prods groggy drivers. Autopilot hardware marches on to the latest vision-only suite. Put it all together, and Juniper is being lined up as the first Tesla to blend elements of the company's forthcoming unboxed next-gen production philosophy with existing architecture by running revised and current models down a common mixed model line. Tesla can amortize tooling faster and roll out cheaper compacts without pausing its S3XY cash cows. That approach could even accelerate halo projects like the Roadster. Tesla has already shown how incremental tweaks whet appetites. In China, Model Y quietly gained dashboard ambient lighting, fabric trim, and a full second quicker 0 to 60 sprint for the standard range edition. Yet those upgrades merely foreshadow the more ambitious Juniper push. Expect a reveal near the start of 2025. With entry pricing only a smidge above today, analysts peg roughly $45,000 for the base car. That leaves shoppers in a quandary. Snap up a discounted Model Y now, or wait a few more quarters for what could be a quantum leap in refinement, range, and tech. Many will wait, and Tesla seems comfortable with that gamble, betting the refreshed SUV will reset the segment standard all over again. Either way, Musk has reminded followers that every Tesla leaving the line is already slightly better than one built 6 months earlier, thanks to silent running updates. Still, Juniper is shaping up as the most visible and sweeping Model Y evolution since launch, promising to renew the brand's bestseller. Just as rivals flood the market with fresh electric crossovers, enthusiasts and would-be buyers can debate the styling tweaks, speculate on steering gimmicks, or weigh whether a 48-volt overhaul should have happened sooner. But the broader narrative is clearer. Juniper aims to rekindle excitement around Tesla's stalwart family hauler by making it quieter, quicker to charge, more luxurious to ride in, and a touch sleeker to behold. If the company hits its targets on efficiency and pricing, the updated Model Y could cement its position as the go-to electric SUV for years to come. Until the official unveiling, though, the biggest question is simply whether it's worth buying the current model or holding out. For many, the promise of extra range, faster charging, and a markedly calmer cabin will be compelling enough to wait.